there on the side, or I can respond or whatever. But all right. Well, we're live. Let me go ahead and share it on Facebook.
Ow, that was my toe. God, that hurt.
Oh yeah, I bet you that did. All right.
Well, what's up?
We got somebody here. Who's in here? Speaketh your name. Who's in here?
Golly.
Will you go in here just a second? I'm just trying to share this to our Facebook.
Get 2 people.
What's going on, everybody? Who's joining us? Who we got in here tonight?
Richard.
What's going on, Richard?
How you doing tonight?
It's just up on the interweb. Slowly.
Turn a little bit towards that way.
Yeah, that's fine.
See my Easter egg baskets back there now.
You got candy in it?
Heck no,
Just eggs.
Kids and ain't that.
They done rode it. All right.
All right.
Who we got in here? We still got one. We still got Richard.
Yeah, Richard.
Sorry, it'll pick up here in a minute. All right. Well, if you don't mind, if you're in here, the one, let's go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let's be number one with the thumbs up.
Yeah.
But
how was everybody's weekend?
yeah, that's what we want to know. Somebody catch any fish this weekend? Bed fishing video was sick, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wish we had more time on that video to stay out there longer. Yeah, we didn't have much.
Yeah, we had to do grown up stuff.
Yeah,
so,
Yeah, it was. It wasn't. We didn't want to come off the water. I can tell you that right now.
It's a bad mistake to go fishing in the morning, like I told Joshua here.
Well, we had to because the rain was coming. We had all them storms that was coming in. So
I know, but still,
it's
still a bad idea.
It sucks, man.
Yeah.
Fishing, but the whole thing was like I called because all that rain was coming. The bad thing was my wife was like, "Why don't y'all go in the morning?"
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Whoa."
Yeah, it was a good idea and a bad idea all at the same time.
Yeah, it was tough. Been at work and snowed here today, so weather sucks. Oh
my goodness!
We're talking that bad juju on here. We don't talk about the white stuff.
No. White stuff is no good. I don't like
that.
Where are you from?
I'm say up north.
Are you serious? Golly.
Can you guys make a pod mount for a motor for my SS127? All right, we're not really in the pod game. It's not. We get this question a lot. You're not the first. There is another manufacturer that does make them, but we don't make them, and a lot of the reason is it's so much up in the air with warranty stuff for one.
Yeah,
and then
with that part of the boat, it's not really built.
Yeah, it's not
to withstand it really. So that's why we shy away from it.
I mean, we've tried it. We didn't personally make a mount,
but that was going to be our first. That was actually where we were going to start first. And it's so hard to try to find the motors. I know they're using little water snakes and stuff like that, but I don't know. We just didn't get into that.
The problem you run in with a motor in the center console, there's 2 issues. One, it doesn't steer good at all unless you have a rudder.
Yeah.
Okay, you put a rudder on there, supposedly that makes everything better.
Yeah.
2, for us, now I don't know where everybody else fishing, but for us, when we're fishing rivers and all that, and when you coming up on rocks real fast, or some of the spots we fish on the lakes where you got shoals, stuff that just comes up real fast, or going over trees, you can't pick the motor up quick. The prop is turned like this, you're gonna be fighting to get it up over there. So, and if you do hit something, I don't know what it's going. If it kicks back and hits them, the whole.
We just had a lot of variables, and because that's exactly what we were going to do at first. I actually have an old Minn Kota 17 pounds of thrust that was on the original John boat that we had. I mean, I guess I was 16 with that boat.
Do you have any pictures of that boat? Do we have anything?
I don't know. I'm sure I got some. I do in my scrapbook. My sister did for me.
Yeah.
It's
We
in
need to
there.
show that. We need to bring that, show everybody the pictures one day.
That had an old Montgomery Ward 7-horsepower motor on it. Air cooled.
Yeah, that
talk about something
like a freight train too. Sometimes.
Oh, and wait, when that joker got hot, you weren't cranking it back up.
No.
You had to fish. You get to where you're going, you had to fish there until the motor was cooled down, so you could crank it back up again. You break your arm trying to pull that thing.
I remember that time it was real windy. And we had that old trolling motor on the front when he's talking about the 17 horsepower.
Oh, 17 pounds thrust.
I mean, yeah, 17 pounds thrust.
17 horsepower. We'd be good.
What's up, Yak Bassin? What's going on?
What's going on, buddy?
But now we were just talking about the John boat. It was real windy. We had the gas motor going and the trolling motor on Swimbait Lake one time trying to pull straight.
We had a lot of crazy stories that happened in that. That could be a whole episode of Tackle Tuesday. I mean, we saved some wildlife.
Yeah, we saved wildlife in it. We've done a lot in that boat.
Yeah,
good little boat.
It was a good boat.
Good starter boat. But no, it was fun. What's everybody doing? If you're just joining in, we already got a couple likes. Please hit the like button, guys. Really appreciate it. I want to thank everybody too, especially a lot of you guys that are joining us here on the weekly basis on Tuesdays. Thanks for supporting us for this. And also, what's that?
Where's the like button?
I don't know. It's on there somewhere. And let's see. Say thanks. I think I worry about running the motor on the back of this. How would I get back there to clean the prop off? Thanks, guys. Yeah, well, I mean,
a lot of times what you can do in a situation like that is when the grass builds up on there, it's just like what you do in a big gas motor and stuff like that. You go forward, and then if it won't go reverse real quick, like in high. So you would turn it like in your number 3 setting and reverse, and then forward again and back again, and you can literally cut a lot of the grass off. Like that's what they do with big gas motors,
like
and everything like that.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, we would get in the Potomac. You just get grass all over the prop, and the first thing you do, go forward just a little bit and then reverse it like crazy, and you'll be able to blow a lot of that stuff off.
Yeah,
to clean it.
Anthony Campbell, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. What do you recommend for amp size for a battery to run the X GPS for a day? I wouldn't go under 80. I
would not go under 80.
No, don't. I mean, I see guys, look, not knocking nobody or what their rigging is or any of that stuff, but we see some guys going up there with 60s. I'm telling you, it's not going to last. It pulls too many amps.
Yeah, it's fine as if you don't run it wide open. If you're somebody that just fishes small area, or if you had a 45 pounds of thrust XI3, I would say that you're fine with that. Possibly. But as soon as you go to the 55, I would not go under 80.
We run 80s, and we haven't had no issues.
No, and we've been running a long time.
Yeah, we're running hard. So we don't have no issues with that. But I just, for the amp draw, now I don't know how some of these other brands are. With Baino, we talk with them. We've talked to them on a regular basis when it comes to rigging boats and figuring out which one is right for what motor. Because I'm going to tell you what, Baino has done a lot of research when it comes to motors and amps.
Yeah.
And what amp draw they pull at it wide open. Also what they pull at, mid-range and all that stuff. And I mean, they're the ones that really helped us with getting the right one for our 30 amp. I mean, our 30.
Our 30 pounds of thrust, and for the XI3.
Yeah.
They recommend the 80 or 100 or and above.
Because the problem we get into is, like, say, like one guy was talking about grass. If you get a lot of grass wrapped around your prop, you're going to get a lot of amp draw out of it.
Huge amp draw. And that's where, like, I would say that if you were in a grassier area where you were going to get caught up in a lot of grass, I would go with an 80 probably with the 45.
Yeah.
Because if you're planning on doing that, the amp draw does get higher.
Somebody's asking how much is it Baino?
How much is the Baino 80? I think it's 7 something. That's Yak Bassin. What's up, Larry?
What else we got there? Yak Bassin. Let's see. I can't remember the price right off. I was gonna pull it up here. We get asked that question a lot. But what's wrong?
No, he said that he has the pivot drive. when he gets weeds up. He has to beach it to pull them off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only other thing that you could do is go bow mount.
Yeah. And then you pull it up. Because I got mine wrapped up in grass at Chickamauga.
Yeah, and you can get up right up in the front, pull it up, clean it off as well. It just depends on, I mean, if you like standing up and fishing, it's the XI3 is hard to beat. What's up, Walton?
Got Walton here? Oh,
Yep.
Walt, yeah. Got the crew up in here. The 80 with the charger is $789.99. That's with the charger, and they got a pretty nice charging system. So
yeah,
their newer ones they got are a lot.
Yeah, they changed everything up. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, nice.
I was like, my wife ain't bought me nothing.
At least I know XI3. Oh, yeah. What's going on, man?
Heck yeah, buddy. Appreciate it.
But yeah, so I mean, just do your research. And when it comes to, we'd love to sell you a Bino any day of the week. You know what I mean? And I mean, they're quick at shipping. All the ones we've ordered have been shipping out in the week that we put the order in.
Yeah.
It might take it a couple of days, but it's been shipping out within the week. So I know some other companies have been struggling with just trying to keep up with the demand right now. And
because it is a huge demand out there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's time. The kayaking industry, anything outdoor industry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we was talking with one of our companies we get stuff from, and they were talking about, other brands and this and that, trying to get parts.
Yep.
And, that's something that I'm not for sure is true, but like Motor Guide, we keep getting that XI3s were supposed to ship last week.
Yeah.
And we haven't got a notification yet. And I got in touch with our sales rep today, and hasn't got back with me. I mean, he did. He said he's going to look into it, but he hasn't got back with me on when they're going to ship. So we keep getting a lot of questions about, hey, when are these going to ship? When are we going to get them? We don't know, but from just reading Facebook and seeing what people are saying is that they're waiting on parts. I don't know how true that is because I haven't heard it straight.
It could be as small as one little chip or something. It's holding the whole deal up. We know a lot of containers are getting held up in the ocean and stuff like that. We talked to another guy that said his stuff been sitting out there for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
I know just with like the go-kart racing stuff with my son, like tires, trying to get certain tires that we run. Some of those, one of the guys I know is a dealer. He can't get them right now because they said all of them are sitting in a shipping container.
Yeah.
Off the coast.
Off the coast.
So I mean, everything is kind of, I seen a post today on Bonafide's regular forum page.
Yeah.
And a guy was talking about the price of the RS going up.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, I mean, it sucks.
Yeah,
it does. And I mean, like, as of right now, we have been fortunate. Sorry about that. As of right now, we have been fortunate to not have to go there yet.
Yeah.
Even with stuff that we are dealers for, we've been fortunate, but not saying it couldn't happen. I mean, it keeps going.
It's inevitable that everything's going to eventually have to go up a little bit. So, I mean, if the gas prices are going up,
oil's going up,
plastics and everything, like, because they're all oil based. So, so all that stuff's going to shoot up, and it's the demand for it is super high right now.
Yeah.
On top of that, so it's inevitable that it's going to go up. And I mean, it's not just in the oils and stuff like that. I mean, it's glues, it's everything. It's resins.
Yeah,
I know resin has been going up and up. So bass boats are shooting up. I think what he said they already went up 4%, planning on going up another 6% next year.
Yeah,
or something like that. So all the outdoor industry, I mean, everything's just going to be going up a little bit. So,
and think about this one, fishing tackle, for instance, like this right here, this plastic here. I know. Oh, sorry. A while back when we had issues going on with gas prices and stuff like that, I remember some of these other tackle companies was like Zoom, all of them were going up in price because of the petroleum and all that stuff. You know what I mean? That you use to make the plastics.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to happen. Everything's going to be shooting up. But I just kind of want to talk about that because, like I said, we get a lot of stuff, a lot of questions about pricing and this and that. And like I seen on the forum today, they were fussing about $100 on the RS. It's only 10. I mean, I say it's 10%.
Yeah.
So, and and that's just how this world works. You know what I mean? And they're trying to raise. You got to look at it this way. And we're not going to get political here. They're trying to raise minimum wages and stuff like that. People are going to be making more money, so it's going to cost more to get products. You know what I mean? It's just going to cost more. So, So people fussing about stuff shooting up, it sucks. Yeah. And it's something that as a company we don't want to have to do. Yeah. But you got to kind of meet your margins. Yeah.
Because I mean they're saying that the material that we use is going up 20%. Yeah. Because of the stuff that it takes to make it.
Yeah.
So it's it's shortages of everything. I mean everybody's building everything. The kayak industry is booming, so it's a shortage of it because there's so much demand, and then the prices of everything are just creeping up as well. So it's got a lot to do with both sides. It's an overwhelming demand for kayaks, and it's outdoorsy stuff right now.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Prices are going up because of the shortage of plastics for the yaks. Yeah, and a lot of that is just trying to get the oils as well. Some of that I was actually reading an article about that where they're saying trying to even get the materials to make the plastic. That's why it's a shortage.
Yeah.
For that plastic shortage that is happening too. That will affect making yaks. Yeah, I mean they were actually talking about certain colors they weren't going to make.
Yeah,
certain brands.
They weren't going to make that.
Tried finding the new Corrado, and they are nowhere.
Yeah, all the outdoorsy stuff. If you if you like a certain bait or whatever, you better jump on them right now because it's going to be. I looked at one certain bait at Tackle Warehouse, and I don't know if I bought the last one because I did get it, but it said that they were going to be back ordered to October. That's how much of a back order it is on just certain baits. And then one of my buddies told me that he heard that the brush hog mold broke, presume. So that might hold up. That might
hold up something on the brush hog brand. Fishing stuff is new ammo. You're right. It's crazy when you go into like a certain tackle stores or certain store. You go to Bass Pro, you got some areas that's full of tackle, and you got some you're like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Where is everything? Yeah. I mean, we walked into Best Buy today, and you go into the camera sections. The one Best Buy actually had some. Now the other one was just kind of like a hub, but it still was not much in there. Like it was crazy. So, yeah, it's a crazy time we live in right now.
Everybody's picking up different things to do too. Like you're doing outdoorsy stuff. They're doing, photography. I mean, everybody's just picking up new hobbies.
But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I ain't like I said, we don't keep beating a dead horse about it, but just kind of like stay patient with these companies and it's tough. It's tough right now. So, but hopefully we'll all get through it. We'll all adjust. Everything will get hopefully back to normal here soon. So let's see. Robert said he caught his first. Where did I see it? He caught my first spawning fish of the year that I could see. Oh man, I'll tell you what, we got some killer videos for you guys about to come out. Really killer.
Yeah,
some big fish videos. Excited to get them out. Going out with their families. Yeah. Last weekend was it last weekend we went? Or
no, it was the weekend before.
Went out. We had. We're trying to get caught up on videos. We've been trying to put out 1 to 2 this week.
Yeah.
There's gonna be another one that's gonna be coming out. That actually we forgot about. It should have came out probably before the one we just did, I think.
Yeah, it definitely should have.
But anyways, we're gonna get that one up. But we got some pretty cool content. I ended up losing a monster last it was a Friday, right? I went out Friday. So that was heartbreaking. I seen it come out and just snapped my line like it was nothing there. My fault because I should have retired because I ended up getting wrapped up in some stuff and caught a fish before or had a couple of hit is what it was. And I should have retired. You know what I mean? That's a rookie mistake.
Oh yeah.
You should always retire.
And I actually caught a pretty good size post spawn bass. I was really surprised. I mean, it was off the bed in a little deeper water.
Yeah.
And it was beat up.
Yeah.
She was tired. She thinned out. But she was right at 5 with no eggs.
Yeah. Fish, let's see. On Tackle Warehouse, get the email notification for when the bait you want is in stock. Oh yeah, you can get a notification for it.
Yeah.
Read the same article and it said most kayaks are made in Texas and factories can't get the, what is it saying?
Polys.
Kayak molds. 10 grand. Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, they're all gonna go. I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
it's just like the price of plywood. I mean,
you want to build on it right now.
To me, the wood stuff is really ridiculous. Like I think the wood stuff and the demand for wood has drove that stuff ridiculous.
Yeah.
To me, and I don't see all that stuff is getting. I would say 90% of the wood stuff is being made right here. There's a place right down the road from me that does wood, and instead of shipping it to the Lowe's right down the street, they ship that stuff all the way across to California or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of shipping it right next door. So the cost of shipping and everything to ship all this stuff is just, to me, it's ridiculous. And to me, the wood stuff, I think the wood is price gouging.
I think it is.
I mean, that stuff didn't go up. A sheet of OSB plywood didn't go from $8 to, was it $50 now for a sheet of 1/2-inch OSB? That's just ridiculous.
And that's just like down there at GP. I actually talked to a mechanic that works down there, where I used to work. And GP down there in Brook Mill, they make a pile load of plywood. And then down there in Chatham, it's a place down there that makes a pile load of plywood. And I mean, that stuff's just going through, and they got stacks. There is no shortages of it. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. It's crazy, but
yeah.
But anyways, I appreciate see some guys that they like the video that we just released. I really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
We got some new camera equipment too, so we're hoping the sound will get better in the next couple of videos. It might be a couple of videos down the road before you really notice a difference, but we're just trying to get some stuff.
What's up, Steve?
We got Steve Bishop. How you doing, buddy? But yeah, like I said, we got. I can't wait. I'm really excited about the videos coming out.
Yeah,
like you got some good fish catches.
Yeah, I'm just glad to be back on the water.
Yeah,
like we've been wanting to do. You know, we're trying to make time to get on the water.
Did you guys already talk about the mag draft? This thing?
What mag draft?
Nope.
No,
you ain't talking about that. Why would we talk about that? Just because we put up in a picture doesn't mean. I'm just kidding. Yeah, this is this right here. We're talking swim baits. And
what's up, Philip?
I'm gonna tell you, I've been throwing this. James has been throwing one, and it's definitely, I can see why guys get addicted to it. Have we caught a lot of fish off of it? No,
but we have caught some.
And the ones you catch are big,
or they're good size.
Yeah,
they're the ones you need for the tournament weigh-in. That's for sure.
Phil Cook said, "Wow, I made it." Yeah, we're a little earlier today. We didn't go fishing today, so
no.
If we went fishing, it'd been 9 o'clock probably.
We were.
I
feel like we were shopping all day.
Yeah, well, we were.
But we worked this morning, and we had to hurry up and go get some supplies and everything like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I want to get your guys' take. I want to talk to you guys. Let's all learn together. I don't know if any of you guys throw big swim baits. I mean, I'm talking now. This is not their big one. This is actually their small one that they make compared to their other ones.
He said the freestyle.
Who's that?
Great for heavy cover. That's what I've been throwing.
Yeah,
the 6-inch. That's exactly the one I've been throwing.
And it's a lot of great videos out there too to kind of teach you about this. This one is the what do they call this one? This one's the I don't know what they call this one. I don't know what the exact name for this one is, but it I do. That's all I throw.
Oh, really?
Right. Well, you gonna learn us tonight, buddy.
Yeah. We need to have you. Yeah. Come on, keep talking.
Yeah.
Spill the beans. What do we need to know?
So this one here is actually pretty cool. The reason why I like this one so much at first was because Chris Zaldane and all them talked up the magnet on it. And I'm like, man, that's awesome. You stick your bait in here, boom, holds it. Look at that, holds it just like that, and it is pretty cool. Some baits the magnet holds better than others, and I mean like the magnet falling out. All of a sudden you look and there's a magnet hanging on your bait there. But there's odd and end tricks that you can do without even having to worry about the magnet. Bending the hook up, shoving it up in there, stuff like that. Chris Aldane's got a lot of good videos on these things.
A lot of great videos on this.
I've learned a lot. Tactical Bass, and they got some great swim bait videos. You watched one; it was like in depth as all yesterday.
Really in depth. I mean, they had like I bet you they had 60 swim baits on their boat, and they go from the wedge tail to these to the hard baits, and they just go over everything.
Yeah,
had the 6, 8, and the 10.
How
many fish have you caught on that 10 is what I want to know.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Put a paper clip on the bottom to hold the hook in place. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like the big key techs. Yeah, the key tech. Yeah, that's what we started out there on the little ones.
I love the
medium size and on a jig head or like a hook, like an underspin kind of bait or anything like that. It works great. This has been big for us, just getting the confidence to throw a big swim bait.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not big to some people, but that's big to us. Like, I'm not used to throwing baits that big. I mean, you have to have your whole setup and everything is different. On the guy that's been throwing these, what rod and gear ratio reel are you using and what pound line?
And I'm sure that probably changes with the size swim bait.
Oh, absolutely. I would think so.
Weightless and cover and weighted in open water works for me. Yeah. Yeah, I need to get some of those and throw them. Because the freestyle or whatever they call it. Yeah, I need to get some of those and try it.
You don't have any of the freestyles?
I didn't get none of the freestyles. Especially Smith, man. I love these things. I don't know what's wrong, man. I ain't got none yet. But these, sorry, my mind's all over the place. These, and the freestyle is probably the same way. I love it because you can skip these dudes up under docks. I mean, it's phenomenal, man. I mean, I never thought I'd take this big bait and skip them up under docks.
Jiggling it like that.
It's funny when that thing's hit like a pontoon boat. It's like, and sometimes it sticks there. It's funny. It just makes a funny noise. It don't make the ting when you hit a pontoon. It's like a thud when it hits. It's funny. I actually had a guy.
I've been using a 6.3 to 1 reel.
6.3, yeah. We've been throwing them on the Amistad. Was it Amistad Falcon rod?
Amistad Falcon rod. I think it's 3/4 to 2 ounce.
Yeah,
and it seems to throw it really good. And I've been throwing 17-pound Seagar on mine. Fluoro.
I've been throwing 15. I think I might end up going after the issue I had this weekend. I mean, Chris Zaldane actually talked about it. We're going, using 15-pound all the way up to 20-pound.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to go up to 20-pound and just seeing how well it does.
Yeah.
I mean, Seagar is such a thin diameter, 20-pound. I don't think will be a big difference. But I just don't know how to do skipping. I guess we'll still do that about the same because that rod's got a good load up for as heavy action as it is.
Yeah, you can throw that thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. I use a 7-speed reel for the glide baits. Yeah. A good beginner rod is Dobbin swim bait rod and the 300 631 reel. Yeah.
20 to 25-pound shooter.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that's what I'm going to want mine up to, especially because the fish that there's 9 times out of 10. Like I don't know how many followers. I was telling you talked about it. You had followers. You get a lot of followers with these. I've noticed, at least during the spawn. I don't know how they are during the summer because, like I said, we're just getting in early. Like pre-spawn. They might kill this thing in pre-spawn. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, post-spawn. I mean, like that one I caught post-spawn. I mean, I switched. I was throwing a yellow perch one in the freestyle. And as soon as I switched, mine isn't. This is like the albino.
Yeah, pearl.
The pearl. Mine, I can't remember what it is. It's like silver shatter or whatever.
Back
it's like it's got a silver back on it.
Yeah,
that's the one I've been throwing. And I mean, I switched over that in the first or second cast after that. I mean, I was just throwing right over a little ledge, working it. It was a good spawning flat on top, and I was just working it through there. And I mean, it just when it hit it, I didn't even think I had anything. And I told you this. It was just kind of swimming with the bait. I actually thought that I had grass on it, and I just went to jerk it to get the grass off of it, and that's when it pulled back. And I just kept on. I mean, it was on since then.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, guys. Especially like Robert, you love throwing a jig. I'm gonna tell you, baits like this, we like throwing a jig. You like throwing it more than I do. You've always thrown it more than I have.
Mm-hmm.
But we always know that jig is a 5-fish bait. Most of the time. And you'll have days where you just can't go wrong and you catch a lot of fish off of it. But most of the time it's a 5-fish bite. And you got to capitalize on those bites. That's the same thing with that swim bait I figured out. If you can get them to hit, that's the problem I run into. What do you do when you have followers? Now, I tried follow-up baits, Cincos, shaky heads, Nico rigs, stuff like that. And they'll follow it, and they'll turn and go back up under the dock, and I'll kind of flip over real quick with a follow-up bait just to see if you can get a reaction. It's like it's a one and done. Once they see it, they follow it, they're done.
Yeah. Yeah, I pulled them out of trees and everything this past week, and when they come out of the tree, they'll follow it. They'll follow that thing all the way to the boat, and then you ain't gonna get them to follow it again.
Mm-mm.
And I didn't try any follow-up baits just because I was just I'm trying to this year. The goal is to learn more baits and learn exactly how I like to throw them, how I like to rig them, learning from everybody that we possibly can.
Yeah.
And then critique it and make it your own way, you know, because everybody's going to throw them a different way and have confidence in certain baits and everything like that. And like, I haven't never thrown the one that Josh has been throwing. I need to throw it, but I got a lot of grass down here and I just haven't even tied it on because I've been having such good luck with the other one. You know, I think I've caught 2 fish for 9 pounds, you know? So, I mean, it's kind of, it's hard to sway away from that.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, Swimbait. Trant. Is that Trantix? Is that what they say?
Trant?
Yes.
Yeah,
we're illiterate as hell. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate the info though. We'll try to look that up. But yeah, I mean that's a bit now. Like when it comes to like wake baits and stuff like that, I love throwing those during the shad spawn at night. Like your bigger thunder sticks and stuff like that. And we'll probably our next show we might end up doing that because it's about time for that. So
I have this one too.
But yeah, we got baits that we throw like but during the summer, I mean, like get into swim bait fishing for you guys that are doing it. Oh, the Shimano. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about now. I thought you were talking about that was a brand of a swim bait. Yeah. Oh, I also love it for swim bait. Yeah. Okay. Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about there. But swim bait fishing, is that like is that a seasonal thing? When it comes to like big baits like this, is it something you can throw all year long? I'm assuming you could because there's big gizzard shad, there's big baits and stuff like that. But there's is that something that do you change up much? You just kind of key in on different areas when it comes to big swim baits. That's something I want to know because I want to get better at swim bait fishing. I fell in love with it, So
yeah, and I threw this a couple years ago, and I hadn't really tied it back on much anymore. It's a mega bass, but it's like a wake bait blade on the back. And I mean, my first time out, I think I caught a 6-pounder on it, and I caught like a 3 in a lake that really gets really pressured a lot. And I think that was in the middle of the summer.
Yeah,
because I mean it was hot.
Yeah, wake baits I think are especially
it was in
different.
In the evening.
Yeah,
and we got like tea-stained water down here.
Throw hard swim baits in the summer, like bluegill baits, like that. Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of people talk about that bait. I've seen them. I haven't thrown them.
I think this is the eye loud.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah,
that you said that.
And I bet you that little dude right there probably good on the river.
Oh, it's a nasty bait when it comes to the water.
Yeah, I think that'd be a cool little.
Yeah, I've caught some fish on it now. I was throwing it on braid up in a tree. I chucked this joker right up in the middle of the tree. I didn't know if I was gonna get it back or not. But like with the tea stain color water, I do like this color. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it throws really good too.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can get in. Swim bait fishing is addicting, but man, is it a expensive, addictive hobby when it comes to. I mean, you can like these right here. You're looking at $13. Ain't that what it was?
Yeah, $12.99.
Yeah. But
on Tiger Warehouse.
Yeah. So I mean, it don't hurt as bad when you lose one. When you spend the 30, 40, 50, 100.
I think these are like 25.
Yeah. That's why you throw them on braid. Yeah, that's just like the Mikeys and stuff like that I throw at night. You know, it's right now they're $30 baits.
What?
Those Mikeys and stuff.
Oh yeah, and you can't even get the big ones like you used to be able to get. I mean,
if you do, you know, it's certain people have connections to get them, but cheaper than a jackhammer. Yeah, no lie.
Yeah,
that's for sure. What's the other jackhammer that's out there too? The one with the that Ghost Blade or whatever. We bought some down at Chicken the Stealth Blade or whatever. Stealth Blade. That one gets on up there too.
The fire crawl ones, certain times of the year, now those things get way more expensive.
It's about like lumber at Lowe's right now. You know what I mean?
You buy a sheet of plywood, trade a sheet of plywood for a jackhammer, fire crawl jackhammer.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, but everybody that's in here right now, I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in with us right now. If y'all don't mind, hit that like button. It really helps us get these videos out there. And, we love talking fishing with these guys, and we like getting more guys in here, kind of teaching everybody. Everybody's talking.
Yeah, we're learning as well. So, I mean, that's why we do this. I mean, we definitely don't know everything. That's for daggone sure. And this is another bait.
Yeah, go up. Yeah.
I think this bait has come alive in the last, year or so.
We had a customer at the shop at the time who was throwing them. Remember he was talking about that up at where I think it was a Potomac or something he was fishing?
Yeah.
I can't remember what he said he was fishing at, but anyways,
this little bait, I've heard it's nasty. It's just real heavy.
I think like
this is a 3/4. I think this is a half ounce or 3/4 ounce, and it's little. My fingers aren't that big.
Yeah.
But
I think you'd work it kind of like a wobble head. You just throw it out there and let it hit bottom and just ease it on down the bottom.
Swimming it.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
Looks good. He said that's my jam.
Uh-oh. That's don't be talking about my dart sleeper. Yeah. They're hard to get too.
Say wish it was more durable. I guess they rip it up real bad.
Yeah, but I mean the softness is probably why they're hitting it and the way it swims too, you know.
That's like these. I mean, these ain't as durable as you think they are, you know what I mean?
That one that I got, I mean it's almost done. I'm gonna have to use some plastic man that was mended.
Yeah.
Mended on that bad boy because where the hook is diving through the whole thing, but I love that bait.
I can't wait for you guys to see the video when I went out there and caught that one, especially you. You ain't seen none of the clips of that.
No,
man, I'm all jacked because I've been wanting to catch, and BFL was going on at the moment. So I'm right there to where they can't even fish anyways.
Yeah.
And I'm throwing on that little point, and Chris and my son's with me, and I hang into that dude right there at the boat. I'm like, get your net! Like, I'm losing it, man. I'm like, oh my God. I thought he was like 10 pounds at first. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Then he's swimming. You're like, oh God, it's about. I mean, it's still 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a big fish.
Well, it's just like my kids. You know, I've been giving my rod to my kids the whole time, and when I laid into my first big swimbait fish,
they didn't get that one.
No. They didn't get that one. Yeah, they didn't get none of my swimbait fish.
Yeah,
I caught some nice chain pickle on one too, so that'll be an upcoming video.
Yeah, we're hoping to get them up soon. But like I said, I appreciate everybody watching the last one, and you know, I'm glad you guys liked it. And like I said, we're going to try to do a little bit better with content with those fishing videos. We got a lot of plans for doing more, but I'm just excited that we've actually finally stepped up our game with some stuff to make the sound just better, you know?
Yeah.
So that, like I say, I was talking about that earlier with the wind and all that stuff. It's going to be a lot better. So, but yeah. So what else everybody wants to talk about? Swim baits. I want to know some more about swim baits. We got Robert in here. Robert, you had a heck of a weekend. Was it last weekend? Was it last weekend that Robert caught all them fish for it was one of the tournaments he was fishing? I've seen some stuff coming up.
Well, that was the one at Smith.
No. They had another one that.
Oh yeah,
because he had like 20 pounds or something like that.
Yeah.
So I can't remember how many inches he had. 90-some inches or something like that.
Yeah, he had. Yeah, it was 90 inches.
Yeah, there's some big fish being caught right now. I know that. I mean, I know, down here in this area, there's a lot of big fish always caught. But, like, back at home, just seeing some of the fish that's been coming through Captain's Quarters.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that. It's been some – and not just bass. Striper, crappie. It's been a lot of big fish. And then, like, down at Bugs Island, There's been a lot of big crappie caught down there here lately.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen a bunch of people catching
several
huge
threes
crappie.
and stuff like that. I mean, you go down there to Bugs Island, they're having a crappie tournament at Bob's with Creek Outfitter, Bobcats, which by far, if you've never been to Bobcats, you need to stop in there if you ever go to Bugs Island.
Yeah,
awesome. I mean, I don't know the guys too well, or not like that. They don't sponsor us, but I will tell you what, it's a pretty cool tackle store. Another great swim bait is the River to Sea S waiver. I ain't never thrown that one.
We need to know where this guy's from.
Yeah. Are you from California?
Yeah. You need to be teaching this class.
Yeah.
But so, what are the fish in y'all's area? Like, are they in pre-spawn?
Yeah.
Post-spawn?
Some guys
or spawn?
Yeah. I mean, right now it's been. I won't say now they're probably spawn, post-spawn where we're at right now.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you still got a second another wave coming up.
Yeah. There's going to be more fish coming up.
That's great drawing power. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Could you do a video showing how to work lures on a split screen? Show how it swims.
We'll work on that.
Yeah. Now the lure testing facility will be opening soon.
Yeah.
Back at home, so I'll be doing some videos too.
And I got this new Speedo that I'll be in there helping. Doing the video.
Did our new apparel come in yet?
No, it hasn't yet. Man. If not, we'd be wearing them.
Yeah, I can't wait to show that off.
Yeah.
Is anyone going to ship? Yeah,
I got one of them, but that one that I got on, I can't show that to anybody.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that one's a little.
Is that the other one you showed me you ordering?
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, it accentuates certain areas pretty well.
Yeah, we won't be able to use that one in YouTube.
No, but I'm coming to your pool party in it.
On the spinner chatter combo, did y'all get? No, you know what? We ain't even thrown it yet.
No, we haven't took it out. It's actually sitting right here.
Yeah, we actually need to take it out.
We forgot to put it in the boat the last time.
Yeah, that's what Yak Bass is talking about right here.
Yeah, hold it up.
Some of you guys probably seen it on the last show.
We do need to shoot a video on this. It
looks super gimmicky. Yeah. I mean it does, but I don't know, man. It's something different. I would think if Tackle Warehouse, don't get me wrong, they pick up some baits too. You're kind of like, what in the world was you thinking? But I would think most of the time, for the most part, if Tackle Warehouse is going to pick it up, they have intentions that it's going to sell.
Yeah. Or if not, it's going to grab the angler. One of the two. It could be a gimmicky thing that does grab the angler. But before we get off the subject of swim baits too much, I want to ask this question. Is anybody putting like a split ring here to tie to that gives this bait
a little more action,
or are you tying straight to this? That's one thing that me and Josh were looking at. We seen that like on this bait here, what made me think about it was, sorry, I'm digging all around, but Chris Zaldane was taking, in some of the videos you see him using one of these clips right here and putting it on the front. I just do not like these clips very much, so I was thinking about maybe putting just like a big old split ring or something on it to tie to.
Your arms on the hook. You're getting close.
Oh yeah, that'll be good.
Oh, that's right here.
Yeah, if you hear me scream a little bit, it'd be all right.
Sold the penis lures for a while.
What?
He said they sold the penis lures for a while. Oh, Pinky.
Yeah. I mean, they might work. Oh, Jay Hash is on here.
Hello, Jay. I'll run a decoy and a owner snap. Oh, I got you. Head clasp on the jack camera, I believe. Yeah. Well, do they do that or do they do the split ring?
They do. It depends. They do have that class on the jackhammer.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember.
I think if you get certain ones, they're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just what I was wondering. If a split ring would do the same, I think a split ring would be stronger. You
can also run a power clip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got a question too, real quick, because me and James have been discussing this. Now, this is an issue. Now, me and James, we've talked about it. A lot of the head down here where he's been catching them is tore up. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, this bait's brand new. Yeah, this bait's brand new. So I just took it out the package. But the other one I got, all back here is tore up. But they're missing it. It's actually more back here. They're missing the bait. You know what I mean? So me and James was talking. It was a stinger hook. What are you guys doing? Because Chris Aldane, was it Chris Aldane or is it Tactical Bassin?
Tactical Bassin.
Good reason.
Says putting a hook on here farther back. The way that they eat these baits, they come up and choke them.
Yeah.
So hard that sometimes they'll get that hook in there and then kill them. We don't, we're definitely not about killing them or nothing. But he act like if you did put it on the back somewhere.
So
we didn't know if anybody was doing that.
Yeah.
To see if that was because I think a better hookup. Now all of mine, like we've talked about, mine are all on the head.
Now could it be where it's on the head because they're coming up doing this?
It could be.
Because the roof of their mouth is,
and there could be coming up and swallowing it, like the one that I caught last week. Well, this past weekend, I know for a fact it came up from behind because I never felt any different. It just felt like I put it in the grass.
Yeah.
So when it hit, it was just swimming with my bait, like I was just pulling the fishing on, like I would be grass. And then when I went to jerk the grass off, I set the hook in the fish. That's the only reason I knew.
100-pound braided, tied to a stinger hook on top. Yeah. Because, see, this is what I had. When I come out from under the dock, now that big one that I lost, that's what he did, man. He just come up. You seen his mouth open, and the whole bait disappeared. When I set the hook, it just snapped. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's jumping up under the dock with his bait hanging out of his mouth. It was pissing me off. But it was cool to see. But all the ones I had that came up and hit it were like this. You know what I mean? When they hit it.
And he's fishing in a lot deeper lake.
Yeah. And a clearer lake.
I would be.
So, I don't know. It's just, I was really struggling. Yeah. Because, I mean, if I could have got the ones hooked up, we all say that. If I could have got the ones that hit it, I'd have had 20 pounds. But I'd have had a daggone good bag of fish. But during the tournament, that'd have been tough. It'd been tough to keep throwing it when you're missing them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you would have probably had to switch up.
Yeah.
But that's like putting a trailer hook on the back of a spinnerbait.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, I mean, there's certain ways. It's all different ways to put a trailer hook on the back of a spinnerbait.
Yeah. Yeah. Power clip. Yeah. Just make sure we didn't miss no questions. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's all new to us. Like I say, when we get on here and do these things, it ain't that we're trying to teach you what we do, what we know, what we've experienced. But we like to learn from you guys as well because that's what this is kind of about. Everybody's getting here shooting a bull about fishing. You can always run an owner beast hook on the top. Yeah, definitely need to do something. I need to change up something with it. And hopefully, maybe I don't know what our times will be like tomorrow. I really like to get out and try to go get on the river and see, but we got a lot going on tomorrow, so we'll have to see. But I do have intentions at some point. We don't have to go to my son's go-kart races, going back out there and throwing this thing.
Yep.
So
playing around with it, trying different techniques, different.
Yeah, I like to go down to bugs. That's where I like to. I'd love to take that down.
I'd like to take that to bugs and throw it in the bushes.
Yeah, or Gaston under the docks. If you can get, sometimes Gaston gets high and it's hard to get it on some of them docks there.
I mean, it doesn't get that high, but those docks sit so much lower, than like Smith and all Smith, where the water does fluctuate a little bit. They'll normally have them a little higher. But, I mean, I think that you can catch them anywhere. It's just having confidence to be able to throw that big thing. But setting it up to be the most effective way is what we're trying to do. Like, we're definitely getting bit, and we just want to maximize the fish. And we know you can't catch every single fish that hits, but if you could get the hookup ratio a little bit better, if they're smashing it. I mean, because this past weekend I had the one eat it, and I had multiple of them just, you could feel them just tap it.
Yeah.
Like you can feel them hitting it, but I don't know. You don't know what they are. I mean, they could be bluegill. So
now the ones at Smith, you can see them so good because the water's so clear. And I mean, they just come up and pile drive and miss it. I'm like, how in the heck are they missing that bait? But it's just a lot to learn with it and trying to make sure you just change things up to get a hook back. If I caught 2 for every freaking 7 bites I had. You know, I'd be happy with it because the 2 you're going to catch probably are going to be at least 3+ pounders.
Yeah. Yeah. You ain't going to catch no bear keepers.
I didn't have nothing under. Now that's looking at it. You know, the water can be deceiving, but I didn't have nothing that looked like it was under 3 pounds chasing it. Out of all the followers, all of them were good fish. You know,
and it is a specific retrieve. Like, I don't know about this one, but like there is a happy medium with the freestyle.
You can't go too slow.
So you don't need a super, heavy reel.
So they cut a buck off the bed, then put him on the hog leash to see if the big female would pull up, and she did, but I lost my light to catch her. Oh man, yeah. Dude, I'm going to tell you what I was telling James this weekend, or Friday, end of the day. Actually, I found them on the bed because of this. I was just chucking it around. That is actually a good bait to find them too. They'll show themselves. Yeah. So it's just like a buzz bait. You take a buzz bait, they say that's really good too to show where a bed is. But anyways, in the video I'm talking about, my intentions were in the video was to do. You don't have to solely rely on bed fishing to catch fish, but it didn't work out so well with like the Nico rig. It just didn't happen. And then I got hooked on to the swim bait and had so many followers. But anyways, I come up on one dock and it's at least 6 pounds. Follows it out and she gets about middle ways and she goes under. I cast over again and I see her, but she don't follow it this time. So I'm like, man, what the heck? So I come around and go over there and I see the buck, which is in this one of these videos that will be coming out next week or two.
Yeah.
I catch that, put him in the live well, and the female would not. I was running out of light too. I didn't have a lot of light left, and she would not pull up. She'd sit up there, and I tapped her a couple times with a shaky head and everything, and the missile, the destroyer bait. That we talk about. We talk about that a lot in these last several videos. That is a key bait for us during that time. But she would never pull up, so I just put the buck bass back in there and pull right on the bed. So
it's just like the one that me and my boy Jason, we went out. I think it was Saturday. After we went, I had to do some work in the morning, so then we went there for a couple hours in the evening, and we were trying to get him on a bedfish, and we found a bed, and it had 3 fish on it. It had 2. It looked like 2 females and a male. The male was the only one guarding like crazy, and I think that there was eggs in that bed, and I think that when they get eggs in the bed, like they've already spawned, and they're just protecting at that point, it is so much harder. Like it's a whole lot easier to catch the male, catching that female after those eggs have already been sitting there and she's just kind of guarding. It's like they do. To me, the female does so much more before she's laid the eggs than after.
Well, I've always had an issue too with bedding fish. If I got 3 fish in one area, they're hard. All of them, every single, and all of them are skittish then too. You know what I mean? Me and Matthew found something like that were all 3 of them swimming back and forth. You could see 2 beds.
Yeah,
there was 3 fish. That one buck bass kept going back to that bed. As soon as you get close to him, he'd take off, and I don't know if someone ever eventually caught it.
Yeah, but these they were locked on, and they would switch up. Like if one ran off, the other one would pull right on. And they were locked on to one specific spot. I mean, you could sit there and bust them right in the side every time.
Yeah.
And they would always constantly pull. And we had them flare up on it multiple times. I actually sucked it in. We had 2 opportunities, but we missed. It was just so quick. The way they were spitting it, but it was tough.
Yeah, it was. You still got time with the second wave and third wave coming because we ain't even had the full moon yet.
Yeah.
So when this next moon comes in, you're going to have a humongous wave of fish that's going to pull up.
Yeah.
And then after that, you'll have some fish down here. It's probably a little different. Back at home, sometimes we'll still have fish on beds up through May. I've seen them up there in June before, first part of June.
I actually caught one down on the lake that me and you've been fishing in July with my buddy Carlton.
Wow. So
it was one up. I mean, it was rare occasion. We weren't even looking for bedding fish. I mean, it's July. It's the beginning of July, but it was just pulled up and locked on a bed.
Oh yeah. Drop shot on a bed.
Oh yeah.
It's killer. I don't throw it a lot when I'm fishing a bed. I'm going about as heavy as I can go. Really, I say heavy as I can go. 15 to 20 pound test with a Texas rig.
Yeah.
Now, if she gets crazy and tough to catch, and I'll downsize a little bit.
And I'll throw a jig in the bed too.
Yeah.
I've caught a lot of fish on the jig in the bed, but you got to be careful with a jig because you can snag a fish pretty easy. If you're fishing a tournament, I know a lot of people say they actually cut the hook off of a jig
just to piss
and
them off.
they'll piss them off with the jig, and then they'll throw any other bait in there after they've got them to that point and do that just because they don't want to try to foul hook this fish, especially if it's a good one.
I have done that. I did that at Lake Anna tournament. Had to throw it back in there. We actually came back and caught that fish on a Texas rig later, but I was flipping over there, and the funny thing was I stopped it. And you know how when your line hits them, it scares them? And she did whatever, and it hooked her. It hooked her right in the tail because I took the weed guard off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was just trying to flip over in there, and I was actually going to try to catch her with it, but I cut the weed guard off, so I didn't have a missed opportunity there, and ended up snagging her. But Bass Duns Fishing, lose the winning fish. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it sucks. What's going on, man? How you doing, Shane? I like missile Ned bomb on those bed fish. Yeah. The Ned bomb that's a good bait. I don't know. It is, and you'll see, man. We talk high of the destroyer,
and I use that. To me, it's like one of them baits. It's kind of like a brush hog and a beaver bait all together.
Yeah.
In one, and I love that bait. So.
Yeah, James actually got me because I threw a brush hog all the time, and then we got on missile baits, and I was throwing the what can't I think of, the D bomb, and you was throwing the destroyer, and he's like, man, you got to throw this thing. I've been catching them, I'm gonna kill them on it, So I started throwing a Carolina rig and all that, and I mean it's hard. Yeah, it's an all around bait.
Yeah, it's just different, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. But they do when they grip and they go and hit it. It's funny. I was in that video that we put up when I was. I actually took that. What's that? The bluegill bait.
Oh, you're talking about the warmouth.
Yeah, the warmouth. Normally, I do really well on that. But here lately, I can flip it over there, and now maybe on certain circumstances it'll work better.
Yeah.
But those are here lately. These fish we've been catching. That one I caught after you caught your big one. I mean, we didn't flip it that just a couple of times, man. And she hammered it. Well, he hammered it.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Nico rig on the bed. It looked like a small fish. It's pecking that. Yeah. Well, that's why a lot of people like throwing shaky heads. Shaky heads with a trick worm and all that. Because I mean, Nico rig is the same thing. I mean, it looks really good. I was actually messing with that on the beds, flipping over there, and they would nose up at it, but for some reason they wouldn't hit it. I don't know.
What's up, Steve?
Oh, what's going on, man? The drop shot master Bass Duns knows what he's talking about. Oh yeah. I'm gonna tell you what, I love a drop shot. You can ask James. I throw the bejeez out of that.
Yeah.
At Swimbait Lake.
Yeah, he loves that. I'm not the big.
Well, where do you fish at down here? You don't really need it.
I throw it, but I don't throw it like he throws it.
Got a Zoom to go to. I hear you.
See you, buddy.
Appreciate you joining us, man. Good luck this weekend if you go fishing. I know you will. You probably will go tomorrow and the next day. Oh man. But yeah, drop shot's hard to beat. Finesse baits you can't go wrong with finesse baits in bed fishing. I just try to stay away from them if I can.
Yeah.
I try to go as big as I can.
Yeah. I've lost a lot of fish that way. Yeah. But I mean, each his own. Like I said, everybody's got their own thing.
Chris is on the blade bait.
The blade.
Yeah.
But my eyes are going blurry.
You guys doing all right? I'd kiss him right on the mouth. Oh, God.
Good Lord. Who's that?
Steve R.
Oh,
man. Facts. Yeah, he's talking about going again. Throw the Nico rig. Yeah. Nico's hard to be. I'm gonna tell you, I started throwing Nico rig because I went out with Mark Daniels that time on Lake Hartwell. He was smashing with it, and I came back, started throwing it, and I don't know, I ain't done real well with it this year. Yeah. I had 2 times where I hung a fish under a dock and couldn't do nothing with it. You know what I mean? Like it was just rip and drag. It was done. I couldn't get him out from under there. But I haven't done too well with a Nico rig this year. But like I say, when it gets to drop shot time at Smith, I love it during the summer. If you come out, we love to get out there, man. We really would. We were looking at our schedule for this year, and the cool thing is about owning your own business and being in this industry, you can kind of go out and do some of these things, but you kind of got to do it with limitations because you can't be gone so long, especially when there's only 2 of us running it, you know what I mean, and making parts and shipping them.
There's just certain days we almost can't do anything. Mondays, Tuesdays is just it's too much. Yeah,
it's way too much.
If you're on here, please hit that like button.
Yeah, if you just got on here, hit that like button, fellas. But yeah, what was I saying before that?
Cali bed bite.
Yeah. I ain't got no big fish in Cali.
No.
Yeah, them Cali fish are. They ain't big.
No. They're giants.
Yeah. Wait till you see the next video on the. Yeah, I'm ready to see your video, man. He was talking to me the other day about
full spawn mode right now.
Yeah. That's how it is. That's how it is back here. I don't know how it is here. I haven't been out with you here lately since the bed fishing is kind of fired up, but it's like back at home when we was talking about when we shot all those videos, it went from nothing to boom. There's a bunch of fish up on the bed.
Yeah, and I mean that's the way it was down here when I took my family out. We put everybody caught a bed and fish.
Yeah.
So that was
my boy. He was hooked, man. It was cool when my daughter caught that big old bass. Like I flipped over to it. You know what I mean? Because she can't work a bait caster real well yet. And to be honest with you, when I pulled up on it, I was like, man, that looks like it looked like a 3-pounder. Mm-hmm. She was so deep.
Yeah.
And I flipped over, man. She just pow drived it, and I set the hook, and I was like, here, Lissa. As soon as I turned around and looked and seen it come up, I was like, oh Lord. I'm gonna tell you what, she ain't let us live that down. She's been with us several times after, and Tammy caught one about 3, something like that. I accidentally snagged it. To be honest with you, I told her to set the hook. When I did, it was in the belly.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was my fault. But anyways, the first thing she gets in the boat, Tammy's proud of her nice fish. Listen, like mine's bigger. One I caught's bigger. I'm like, girl, you gotta be happy for everybody. What did he say? Best better.
You were Greg Blanchard.
Oh man. I need to go listen to your show with Greg. I liked it, but I like I say I ain't listened to it yet. I might listen to that on the way home tomorrow. Check that out. When you gonna get us on that show? I know we ain't from California.
Yeah, we'd probably be in bed by the time.
That's true. You got to do it early. Just say.
Yeah, it'd be like 2:00 over there.
Yeah, well, y'all just getting all work. You probably sitting down eating a steak dinner right now while you're watching this. We about ready to go get in bed.
Yep.
But no. So anyways, we got a lot coming, guys. We ain't gonna tie this up too much longer. We're over an hour, and we really want to go to bed and get up and go in the morning, but go work.
Yeah, we're going to work.
Yeah, we ain't got time to go fishing right now. But like I say, guys, if y'all in here, please hit the thumbs up before you get out of here. Share this video with your friends. We're going. I think next weekend we were talking about what we're going to talk about doing like shad spawn bite. That we'll talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk like
a night fishing.
Yeah,
shad spawn bite. So we're going to be talking about that. Just gave away 20 mag draft. You missed it. You just gave away what?
Why'd you do that?
Well, did we have him coming this way? Did you give him to us?
Yeah, he didn't tell us that at the beginning of this thing.
Yeah, because we would have got off and went to it or done something. You got to let us know, man.
Yeah.
You got to let us. I give you inside scoop here.
Yeah. Man.
Anyways, well, congratulations to the guys that got them. Losers. But I'm just kidding. That's cool that you was able to give those away. But just remember us next time. But like I say, if y'all don't mind, hit the thumbs up. We got 10. I thank you guys for that. Who's that? Who's that?
Jamie Jacobs.
Thanks for joining us, man. Sorry, we're going to get off here, but you can go back and catch it. Go back and once it goes up live, I guess I don't know how they do it, but processed or whatever. It takes a while to process through the system. But anyways, go in there and check us out. Got a lot of great information. We're talking about mag drafts tonight. So swim baits in general.
Yeah.
So, but next show is going to be, we're going to be talking about night bite, night fishing. I'm excited about that. I love that topic. It's always been a big show when we do our Sunday podcast. It might be what we talk about this Sunday. I don't know. I don't even have a guest lined up yet. I need to kind of do that. So, but other than that, guys, please hit the subscribe button, share it with your buddies, and we're going to get off here. If you got any more ideas of what you want us to talk about, always feel free to reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram. You can email us at oneobjectivebf.com. Also, make sure you go get signed up for our email list. And if you haven't seen, if you're new to the show or new to our page or just finding out about us, check out our shirts. We got our One Objective shirts. We got 2 different styles on there. Both.
We got hats too.
Yep, hats. We ain't got many.
We don't have many hats left.
No. We might be doing another order here in the next, I don't know, month or 2 or something maybe. But great show. Thanks, guys.
Whole show on night fishing.
Whole show on night. That's me and Chris. Boy, we would love that one. But me and James will do one, and I'll probably do a Sunday night fishing show too. So, but other than that, you got anything else you want to cover?
No.
All right, man.
Really?
Well,
thank
guys,
y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Share the video and
hit that like button if you haven't already.
Yeah.
And
we'll talk to you guys
later.
See
you next week.
See you guys. I gotta figure out to cut this one off.
Boom.